Hey guys, welcome back. I've started working on a BC25 bilge changer. Right now we're in the process of painting it blue, and it's not going well because of the cold. We're in between coats right now, so I've actually disassembled all the stuff, and I've done all that already. And we have a big decal that goes on the front of there, and we're getting ready for a new location to open, so kind of hurry through this stuff. It doesn't look like much without the second coat of blue. It looks real splotchy, but you know, it's something we do every 3 or 4 years. These things get beat up pretty bad, and we just go through and repaint them. As you can see, our changer's coming along nicely. We have our decal on, and put a blocking plate in there. Now we're going to work on the guts. So we have this dispenser mechanism here, and not a whole lot going on this side, but this side you can see we got several motors for the hoppers. We have 3 coils for the individual buckets, and we have 3 light bulbs for the optic sensors. These things are usually pretty durable. Generally what happens is we have these hoppers that go on here. Sort of like so inside the machine. You fill it up with coins. Some still coins in there. Then they kind of ride up this track here. Once they ride up to the top of the track, they fall out the hole right there, from which then they are counted by these optic sensors. And there's 3 different buckets. There's little flaps that close and open depending upon which one it wants to fill up. And generally you'll have like a $1 vend, $5 vend, maybe a quarter vend. Maybe not in that order. And then when you put your money in, it'll accept your money, and then it will do it down here. It'll open up one of these flaps. It'll pulse one of these coils. I don't know if I can do it with my hands. Let's see if I can do it with a pencil or something. Pulse one of those coils, maybe. There we go. And it will open up the bucket, dump all the coins down through a little chute. And while it's doing that, the flaps will actually be triggered by the coil, so it'll automatically pulse this coil, open that hole, and then it'll adjust the flaps where it needs to refill the bucket it just dispensed. And then it'll, it comes out to the machine. So you get all your coins at one little dump, and then it'll go through a process of refilling the bucket. Depends how you have your machine set up. You could fill like a few from each. And it could, you can be also set up so it pulls all the coins from one bucket. And then once it tries that bucket for a long time and nothing comes out, it'll kick over to the next one, and then the next one. These are very reliable changers. The only thing that really happens to them is this track inside here. See it there, that track with the chain that pulls the coins up. We'll show it to you later when we get it apart. That gets dirty, and what will happen is the coins will fall off and go back down to the bottom. They won't make it all the way to the top. It's really the only major problem with these. That it'll just keep running and running and running, and it won't get any coins, and it'll kick out of order. So depends how much it's used. You should clean that little track. Now they give you a brush. You can brush it out. But really, we're going to go over the right way to clean it, which is take this thing apart and clean it by hand. We generally do it like once a year. If the location's busier, we'll do it, you know, quarterly, whatever. If it's really, really busy, we'll probably have a newer changer, but so we'll go ahead and we'll take that apart and we'll clean it out. All right, well, let's clean up this hopper. First thing we're going to do is remove this front plate. On the side here, we have a bunch of screws we're going to remove. This. I just loosened this one right here. Also on the bottom, there'll be two that we're going to take out as well. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. You see there's a latch right here. We're just going to gently slide up and pry up a little bit, and we'll slide this whole thing right out like that. And we have assembly that looks like this. And now we can get access to our track. You can see this is not too bad. There's some chunks here. I can get close up on it.
I see it.
Some chunks right in here. That's what's knocking coins off. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, that's chunks of debris. So it's just buildup of dirt.
I see dirt on it.
Right there.
Holy crap.
Okay, get out of the way so people can see. Also, on the spindle here, there's strings that build up. You can go in the house.
Stand right there.
Like this. From bags. Dumping quarters in. Get all that out of there. Also going to check our auger wheel. See, there's a wheel here, little things that stick up that kind of, you know, shuffle the coins around on the bottom to loosen them up. And also up here, this disc. This one is in good shape, so we're not going to take this apart. The main thing is you want to get all the strings and gunk out of the shaft and clean up this track really good. That's the main thing. And use isopropyl alcohol to clean the tracks, so let's go ahead and do that. Get it on there really good. See the gunk's already coming off of it. And we're also going to use a toothbrush. You really want to get in these cracks where the coin's got to ride. The alcohol will dissolve all that gunk that builds up on there. It builds up all over this thing. Try to get as much off as you can. Otherwise it's just going to build back up on it. There you go. Once you're satisfied, just take a real good thorough cleaning. That's pretty much all you really have to do. These augers are busted. You should replace them. It's kind of a pain. You gotta take the screw out and this pin comes out and stuff, but the last little bit of stuff I do is I put a tiny bit of 3-in-1. A little dab here, maybe a little dab over here. And a little dab on this shaft. A little bit. You don't want to get too much on there. Let me check. Let's see if this thing will spin. Just spin it around a bit. Clean some of the gunk out of this chain. The rest of it. You can adjust the tightness of this, but it should not be that tight. It should be kind of loose. So this is pretty good. Oops. This goes in here in such a way that this just kind of there you go. It's got to be all the way in, otherwise it doesn't catch. That's what it does. It picks up the coins. The coins right up on the little. So every other in this chain, there's you know, every 4th or 5th one, it's stuck up higher. That's what the coins catch on at the bottom, and they just ride up this track, and they fall through the hole and get counted by the optic sensors. So once we got that clean, I also clean out the inside of this. The cleaner we can make this, the longer it'll last. So this you could just clean with like Fantastic or Simple Green or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and clean this out. Alright, well, it's just a matter of putting this back together. So see how bad I can screw it up. Check it. Last but not least, we'll make a new sticker and note the date that we did this, and check it in 3 months again, and hopefully catch it before it causes a problem. So that's it. Thanks for watching.